Welcome to Beyond the Comfort Zone, where growth occurs and life begins. Today, I have my guest, Chasidy Ashley, on with us to tell us about herself as well as TBK Wellness Spa here in Georgia. Chasidy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you
It's
for
great
having me.
So great to have you. I would love you just to tell our listeners a little bit about what TBK. I just had this conversation with you about pronouncing things wrong, and here we go. So tell me a little bit about what TBK does.
TBK Wellness Spa, which stands for True Body Work. I took the K from the word work, which is trying to hurry and get the name out there so that we can have a work in progress. But it actually stands for True Body Work, and that's what we're about here at my wellness facility. We focus on massages, pedicures, body scrubs, and what it means is that we actually pay attention to what your needs are. We don't do the fluff and buff. We're not just, the spas that's just going to put lotion on you. We actually pay attention to what is going on with your body, and we try and make an assessment and give you a massage based on what your needs are.
What inspired you to start TBK?
Well, I've been, in January, it'll be 13 years that I've been a massage practitioner. And what inspired me was working for the chains and spas, and they weren't given that first class service. Everything became a revolving door, and nobody was getting the consistent attention that they needed. And it started being more so about money versus the clients. And it just got lost in translation. I seen from when I first began as a massage practitioner, businesses used to care about how they treated their guests. Mm-hmm. And then it became that revolving door, and I was just tired of it. I was like, I know that I can give better service if I create my own vision as to what I think a true body massage would be, or what a true massage experience or a spa service would be for someone.
Mm-hmm. And when did you start TBK?
It's actually been a working piece of art for years, but officially on the books 2019.
I asked that question because I know you started at a very challenging time, right prior to COVID. So, tell us a little about what did COVID throw at you, and how did you pivot?
Well, okay, so at the end of 2019 is when everything began, and I was business was going good, getting out there, learning people in Roswell, and people getting my name out there. And then I was still actually working at my place, and then working for another spa. I ended up having an accident. So I was indoors before everybody else with COVID. So I had an accident. So between COVID and the accident, I was thrown out of the game before anybody. So it was that February, and it took me all the way until late last year in order for me to get back up and running. So it was just one hurdle after another, and then finding a different location. It seemed like all the odds were stacked against me.
And many people in that circumstance would have given up, gone back to saying, okay, I'll be a part of a chain. So why didn't you give up? Why are you here today?
Because I knew exactly what my vision was. And the project had been 6 years in the making. I had put it on paper, had talked about it for years, and just never did anything. And I knew that if I went back to working for those chains and other spas, I would never start. I would have just kept going on saying, oh, maybe next year. So this just gave me the downtime that I needed in order for me to focus and hone in on exactly how I wanted my space to be.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, because a lot of people would have given up in your shoes.
Yes.
So, what's a common myth about spas that you'd like to debunk?
A common myth that every massage practitioner is the same, that it's just a fluff and buff, or it's a luxury. Massage is a luxury. And I always say, no, it's not a luxury. It's a therapeutic need. Yeah.
Okay. So you talk about it being a therapeutic need. Can you go into a little bit more depth? How do people know when they need massage?
I always I ask my guests, you have kids? They say, yes. I say, you need a massage. You have a husband? Yes, then you need a massage. You have a job? Okay, that means you need 4 a week.
So life.
Right, exactly. It's like, if you have a beating heart, you need a massage. But no, I think anyone that if you don't want to see the doctor, you come and see me. It's like, because we can focus in on helping with relaxation, helping with your serotonin levels, keeping those cortisol levels down, keeping those stress hormones down. It's therapy in itself. And then a lot of times I get a lot of guests that like to talk while they're on the table and they get everything out. And they always say the good thing about getting a massage and being able to talk about everything that's going on is because I don't know anybody in their family or who they're talking about. So it's like telling a therapist.
So massage and therapy at the same time? That's a pretty good
Exactly.
combo.
Get a 2-for-1. Right. Exactly.
Now, what's the biggest challenge that you're facing in your business right now?
People not knowing about TBK Wellness Spa. Being here in Roswell, it's like I'm new to this side of Roswell. I was on Woodstock Road at a salon lost, but just knowing that I'm here in this location, that's the biggest thing that they just don't know that we're here yet.
Okay, it's marketing. What are you doing to tackle that right now?
Well, I've been going out what they call guerrilla marketing, going to the local restaurants, meeting people. I've joined the chamber, Roswell Inc., Roswell Next, just joining the little groups in Roswell and just networking that way, asking for referrals and using social media some. So that's another thing. And then just trying to, let people know, just, hey, remember, just send me a referral. I could always use a referral.
And tell me about the most influential people in your life and how they pushed you outside your comfort zone into a place of growth.
Well, I could say the most influential person in my life is my personal trainer, who's also an employee, personal trainer, massage therapist, esthetician, nail tech. And he does all of the every scope that we have here. It's like he is one gem combined into one. And the reason why I say he's so influential is because he'll challenge me and have me think about business in a different aspect. And whereas I just thought, oh, my name is Chasidy, I'm a massage practitioner, people will know who I am. It doesn't take that. It's challenging to get out here and to introduce yourself to people and to market and to say that you're the owner. Because for the longest time, I didn't even want to say that I was the owner. I was like, oh, well, I'm a massage practitioner. And he was like, well, how is that supposed to, get anybody in your door if they don't know that you're the owner and that you have other products that you're offering? And it was challenging to step outside of my comfort zone of saying that, okay, I'm more than a massage practitioner. I'm also a business owner, a woman in business. So, but he's been very influential in challenging me and trying to just help me to hone in on my position as an owner and my position as a woman in business. Because, like I said, I just looked at it as I'm Chasidy, the massage practitioner.
Mm-hmm. And it's important to step outside that and to really own who you are and what you can accomplish. So, but it can be hard and a little uncomfortable, right? To have to own that new persona that you're stepping into before you're fully, there and filling it.
Right, exactly.
What is the biggest leap that you've taken outside of your comfort zone, and how did you grow from it?
The biggest leap?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the security of a company that was already established and stepping out on my own and making a vow to myself never to return to work for anyone else. That security blanket, like with these established companies, they already have everything. They can get you clients on the books because their names are already established. But not already having an established name and just coming new to the area of Roswell and not knowing anybody and just planting your roots here, that it's been difficult. But at the same time, it's I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah, to work for somebody else, I'm like, and a couple of people have, said like, you're crazy to start a business during the pandemic. And my thing is that I could take the longest lunch that I can. I don't have to answer to nobody. I don't have to clock in if I don't want to. But as a business owner, I'm very responsible. But I just think about it in terms of if I want a 45-minute lunch, I can take one. If I want a 2-hour lunch, I can take one. So those perks, those things right there are keeping me saying, okay, you know what? Get out here and hustle. Get out here and work hard. Get your name out there so that you can take a little bit of longer lunch break if you need it.
Yeah. The most difficult things in life are often the most rewarding as you really accomplish something.
That's true. That is true.
What is one thing that if you could go back and give your 18-year-old self a piece of advice, what would it be?
Ooh, if I could give my 18-year-old self some advice, it would be to go to school for business. I would definitely go to school. No, yeah, go to school. I would definitely have done a 4-year degree in business. Just learning different aspects and just knowing how to run a company properly, and just knowing all the little perks and everything that you learn in business courses, and doing your own accounting and books. Not that you would want to, but just so that you can become more knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's what I would say. Like, you know what? Secure yourself a 4-year degree.
Just get that learning.
Yes, just to get the learning in. Yes.
Now, what's one thing in the process of starting up a business that's occurred that you didn't expect?
Clients not getting in the door. Yeah. How hard it would be to market. I think that's my biggest challenge, just the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing that has thrown me for a loop. Like, I just thought I had everything in the bag. I thought I knew everything about marketing. I thought I was doing everything right. And it's just with this social media, and you have to get online. You have to have an online presence, because I'm more camera shy. I was like, get online. Who wants to do that? I was like, and talk about myself. I'm like, I'm a massage practitioner. I'm like, no, I can't. I know where your knots are. And I'm like, that's the most difficult thing. It's like, to get out here and to market, that has been the biggest challenge.
So biggest challenge, biggest learning.
Yes. Biggest learning experience. Yes. Yes. But it's just like, I'm a lot better than what I was a couple of months ago.
Well, you're growing every day. You're getting outside your comfort zone. It's becoming more of your comfort zone, right?
Correct.
I'm curious because, I always find unique. Entrepreneurs always have different productivity hacks and things that they know how to do that someone else does not. So what would be your favorite productivity hack or tool that you use that is indispensable that other entrepreneurs might want to know about?
My productivity tool, get up early. I go to bed early and I get up early. And I think that sets the tone of the day. If you get enough sleep, I promise you'll have a better and a more productive day. I think that's important. By 9:15, lights are out. I'm asleep, and it's just like, and I make sure that I try and get the best 8 hours that I possibly can. And I think honestly, a lot of people say, well, no, I can't. Yes, you can. If you make sleep a priority, you definitely can have a better day, a more productive day.
That's great. I have not usually heard that one as an answer, but it's such a good one. And it's one we should all know, just don't do anything about, right?
Right.
Although I'm with you. I'm the get up early type. So
yeah. Go to bed early and get up early. Because it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's like I'm up and moving, and it's like I can write things down. I don't open till 8, but I can get things written down. I know exactly what my day is looking like, and I can plan properly. And that works for me. It's like, if I get to bed, if 10:30 catches me, it's not going to be a good day the next day, because I'm like, I missed out on my sleep. That's the most important thing to me right now is my sleep. Yeah.
I'll protect it like gold.
Right.
What's one thing you've learned, in your career so far that you think everybody should learn at some point in their life?
One thing in my career that I've learned that everybody should learn is that patience. And I say patience because when you deal with a bunch of different people at one time, it could be guests, it could be your coworkers, the people that you're with. You have to have patience with everybody. And I try and always remember to be mindful of what somebody else is going through. And even if a guest calls and they want to book an appointment and they can't make their mind up about certain things, and you have 10 other things to do, but you're trying to be more attentive to that person, or it's like if they have an attitude that day, I always try and think, you don't know what's going on in that person's life. So just put yourself in their shoes and be patient. And I think that that's just important, especially being in the spa industry. It's just like you just always have to take a step back because you never know. They need you at that moment, and they need you to be exactly what they're calling for. I need you to be my outlet. And I think that that patience comes in when you do that.
That's great. That's really good advice. What's something that I haven't asked you that yet that you wish I would? And tell me about it.
Let me see. What haven't you asked me? What else? Besides, like, what are my modalities in terms of massage? I'm not just a massage practitioner. I actually have a background in infant and pediatric massage.
Wow.
So I've worked with children before. And also I am a licensed fertility massage practitioner. So I specialize in women who have problems conceiving. And I also specialize in prenatal massage as well as postpartum.
Glad I asked that question because those are some very important specialties that I would say most people probably don't know about or wouldn't ever think to go look up. So
yes, they're very important tools. And when I first became a massage practitioner 13 years ago, I knew I just wanted to just do infant. And I was just like, I don't even really want to work with adults. And then came the fertility, and then came the prenatal. And I just started seeing the whole spectrum where it's just like, you can really work with somebody from preconception to conception to postpartum. And then even, help moms whose babies are experiencing colic. They're not sleeping enough. They're not getting enough to eat. They're constantly waking up, and how how massage helps with sleep, colic, any ailments that children are having. It's just as important for the babies as it is for the mothers. So that avenue that I chose to go into a couple of years after I had began practicing, I thought that it was just very important in order for me to separate myself from everybody else, because I just wanted to be identified as someone that specializes in helping women when they're having problems conceiving, or, like their backs are hurting while they're pregnant. It's like those ailments. It's like, it's really difficult for women to, like when they're in those stages, those late stages of pregnancy, it's like constantly getting up in the middle of the night. They're not sleeping because their back is hurting and their feet are swelling. Those are things that I wanted to make sure that I could help women with, because I knew how important it was in order for them to know that massage is a great stress reliever, and it can really help with that low back pain, and even sometimes help with an easier labor, because your body isn't so stressed once you go into labor.
Wow. That's a specialty I'm not sure I even really knew existed, or that massage could help with those things. Are there a lot of people who do that and specialize in that?
Yes, there are. There's a whole team on online. There's a Facebook book group that I'm a part of, and it's for fertility massage.
Interesting. Are there a lot here in Atlanta? Are is that one of the things that you have that's probably not that common around here, people would travel to you for?
I know that there are a couple here in Atlanta. I don't know exactly how many, but when people do find out that I specialize in it, it's just like, I can't tell people, I specialize in that, so you can definitely come and see me.
And what is something, switching gears for a second, then I want to go back, well, actually switch it this way, do it opposite. How can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more about TBK, come out to see you for massage, schedule something?
They can call me directly, 678-587-5019, or they can check on the website at tbkwellness.com.
Awesome. tbkwellness.com. Check it out, everyone. And one last final question, since you are on Beyond the Comfort Zone. What is something that you would like to try in business or in life that's outside of your comfort zone that you haven't yet?
I know you're going to think this is funny, but I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim, and I promise you, that is on my bucket list. That is outside of my comfort zone. I fell in the water one time when I was a child, and the water scares me to this day.
Well, I don't know how to ride a bike, so we're good, right? Those are both childhood. And actually, I do know if it gives you a little bit of confidence to cross that one off your bucket list. an adult who never knew how to swim until recent, who is probably someone around our age, and she recently learned. So you are not alone in the world.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
So you'll have to let me know when you learn to swim, and then you have the next thing to get out of your comfort zone.
Right, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Beyond the Comfort Zone today. I really enjoyed learning about the build of your practice and what you're doing at TBK. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.